Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dr. Eric Johnson, and it's my privilege to serve as the principal of Winnetonka High School. Thank you for joining our live stream for the virtual ceremony of Winnetonka High School's class of 2020. Wherever you are tonight, my hope is that your heart is open and ready to receive this amazing class of graduates. As we begin our ceremony, Ms. Maya Smith, Student Body President, who will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. My name is Maya Smith. I would quickly like to thank the students of Winnetonka for allowing me to serve as a student body president for the past year. It truly means a lot to me and has made me realize how important every memory it is. Thank you, class of 2020, for the moments filled with laughter, tears, and everything in between. It's been a bittersweet ride, but I wouldn't want to ride it out with anyone else. Thank you.
On behalf of Winnetonka's faculty and staff, I'm honored to extend a personal welcome to parents, family, and special guests as we recognize the graduating class of 2020. I'd also like to take a moment to recognize a few important people who serve as valued members and leaders in the North Kansas City schools. Representing our central office administration, Dr. Dan Clemens, Superintendent of North Kansas City Schools, and Dr. Chad Sutton, Deputy Superintendent. Representing our Board of Education, I want to acknowledge our Board President, Ms. Jan Kalk. I'd also like to recognize our communications team and give a special thanks to them for their extreme support in planning and making this virtual ceremony possible. Rochelle Daniels, Assistant Superintendent, Michelle Cronk, Peyton Galloway, Peggy Cole, and Susan Highland. Also, I'd like to recognize Technology Services, Dr. Eric Sipes and his team. And finally, I'd like to recognize our building administrators at Winnetonka, Ms. Dixie Westcott, Assistant Principal serving students with the last names A through G, Ms. Shannon Lawson, Assistant Principal serving students with the last names H through O, Ms. Joelle Hendrick, Assistant Principal serving students with the last names P through Z, and Mr. Jared Barge, Assistant Principal and Athletic Director at Winnetonka. Thank you to each of these individuals for the roles that you play in serving students of Winnetonka High School.
Good evening, and welcome all family, friends, students, and faculty to the commencement ceremony of Winnetonka High School. My name is Jaylee Patel, your senior class president for the class of 2020. Since this year has ended up differently than we planned, I decided my speech should probably match the change. So here it goes. Who is the class of 2020? We as a class have heard this question plenty of times before, and due to this pandemic, we will hear it for many years to come. At an early age, we were taught to be quiet and patient, but I will be the first to say that the class of 2020 refuses to be silent when the truth is all too loud. We are proud and strong and true. We accomplish greatness every day we wake up and decide to be true to ourselves. So, to answer this ongoing question, the class of 2020 is resilient, brave, motivated, intelligent, goofy, and most importantly, strong. Tonight, as we gather in our respective homes, living rooms, and kitchens, we are reminded once again, nothing can stop the class of 2020. This time apart from friends and extended family has allowed us to reflect on how important family truly is to us. Family may take on different shapes and forms, but it reminds us that we are all Tonka true. So on behalf of the graduating class, I would like to say thank you to those who have helped us throughout our journey. We couldn't have done it without your guidance, love, and encouragement. And lastly, to my fellow classmates, let me be the first to say, congratulations, class of 2020. We made it.
Tonight, 5 seniors have been selected to serve as the voices of the class of 2020. Each of these students has had their own unique high school experience, but the common thread they all share is their Griffin pride and commitment to the students of this class. We will hear from 3 of those speakers now and the final 2 later in the ceremony. Our first speaker will be Marcelo Severin. He will be followed by Erica Burnett and Alexa Robbins. Please welcome Marcelo to the podium.
Good evening, everyone. Today we're here to commemorate the class of 2020. It's truly amazing to see the intelligence and prosperity of my fellow peers. I was kind of confused that not once in my high school career I've ever seen anyone get a swirly. Like, come on, Diary of the Wimpy Kid. You don't gotta lie to me like these politicians. Anyway, as of today, we mark a new chapter. A chapter of hope, a beacon of light that we sailed for quite some time. The astonishment of the drive that my class has is truly remarkable. We jumped through so many hurdles and still managed to succeed. Some staring adversity right in the face and not backing down. This is what I love about my class. The power to chase dreams, not daze about them, but truly make them come to life. Like my girl, Jaylee Patel, or should I say, Miss Homecoming Queen, once said, underdogs can and will make something of themselves, even when not given the same opportunity. For example, Nicole Bolton, a strong, independent woman, thrived through NCAPS to plant herself a nursing assistant job. Or like me, being a first generation of a Hispanic immigrant to excel through school and get a full ride to college. After examples like these, I am confident that my class has what it needs to take life by the reins. It's our time to shine, and we're not backing down. Right now, we live in a hectic time. Then again, nothing is as hectic as my finishing her AP seminar project the day it was due, or going up Tonka stairs at 7 a.m. and already being winded. Like, ain't nobody got time for that. All jokes aside, we're going to soon become the nurses, the doctors, the policemen, the teachers of tomorrow. We're going to venture and take on the world. The mistakes of past generations will be our responsibility to fix for future generations. It's in a time where everything seems so polarizing, it's our job to sever the divide and stitch the social fabric. When I traveled to Costa Rica during spring break, before I was deported, and who would have figured that an American would ever be deported from his Spanish-speaking country? I noticed that Spanish-speaking countries tend to have a negative stereotype surrounding them. Expected to have disrespectful citizens, overwhelming violence, and abundance and poverty, what I actually found is respect trustworthy citizens, overwhelming hospitality, and a richness of culture. Did you know that 99% of Costa Rica's energy source is renewable? Incredible. A country that us Americans denounce is doing better to save our planet than a first world country. The moral of the story is don't let social stereotypes triumph and alter your judgment of others. You see, embracing the diverse nature of humans can be such a wonderful thing. In fact, last time I checked, Rowita's Black excellence has never threatened me. Actually, I empower her, I implore her, and I encourage her to become that neurosurgeon that she's always dreamt of. Look, Miss Sexton, I finally used my rhetorical strategies. Anyways, you see, embracing our differences can be such a beautiful thing. In our class, we're starting to learn that. The fundamental rule of treating each other treating everyone equally is becoming more of a reality. It takes all generations to truly accept one another. America still has a long way to go, and most Americans dream for equality, but my class turns dreams into a reality. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Every day of senior year, while driving to school, as I passed by the neighborhood surrounding Ravenwood Elementary, I would see a little girl waiting for the bus with her dad. When I would look at that little girl, I would silently think to myself, what's her future? The truth is that I, you, her parents, or even herself, doesn't know what her future looks like. It's crazy to think that at about 13 years ago, we were all once that little girl, or boy, not knowing what our future would entail. When I think of our class, I think of the word unstoppable. We've been through a lot, some more than others. However, we've all managed to overcome any obstacle that was thrown our way. Maybe it wasn't the way we planned or wanted, but we did it. We were unstoppable. We've always been unstoppable, whether it was on the field, the court, the stage, in the classroom, or even at home. Maybe we didn't win the game, didn't get the highest score, missed a line, fought with a friend or family member, but at the end of the day, we didn't let that stop us. We didn't let that stop us from progressing in our lives. Even a virus didn't stop us. And we made it here today. So yes, we don't know what the future looks like. Sure, some of us may think that we have it all figured out, but the truth is that life is always going to throw us moments that try to stop us. We are going to fail. We are going to make mistakes. We are going to lose. We are going to be broken down. However, we can conquer anything if we just remember that we are unstoppable. because that's who we are, unstoppable. Congratulations, class of 2020. Here's to the unstoppable future in store for us all.
Resilience is a word that should be synonymous with the graduating class of 2020 throughout all we've endured. We've all gone through such difficult times with one another that may have caused our vision to lack focus and certainty. We were born during and after 9/11, lived through the 2008 economic recession, divided communities, and mass shootings that have plagued schools across our nation. The 2000s have been stigmatized with unrest and uncertainty. Now, a global pandemic has blurred our vision even further, and yet we're still here. I am a firm believer that our greatest tests of character come in the way we handle hard things and finding focus when life is filled with all the things that have brought us everything but focus. And I just want to say that I'm so proud of everyone here today. Some of us have cried, some of us have even considered dropping out, and some of us have just been terrified. Some of us are still terrified or angry or completely unsure of what lies ahead of us. And I want it to be known that it's okay because we're coming out of this stronger than we were before, and we have the tools to bring our clarity to vision. While we are all exceptional examples of resilience, we're also the most empathetic group of people I've ever met before. That may be our greatest strength. You see, ever since the school year was canceled, there wasn't a single day that I didn't have someone checking in on me. The empathy of this class is an amazing gift, as not everyone has it. Never underestimate the power of a touch, a smile, a kind word, a listening ear, an honest compliment, or the smallest act of compassion. One of the most effervescent and unique people I've ever met was my English teacher and Scholar Bowl coach, Mrs. Camarda. She has shown me how to honor who I am, to have the strong confidence of a woman that I am, and to believe in the talents that make me who I am. But even more, she magnifies treating everyone with respect. I have seen and tried to practice all that she has emulated. From what we have learned from all our mentors, ourselves, and our overwhelming resilience, we can now share our wisdom with others. Dostoevsky's The Idiot says, "Grown-up people do not know that a child can give exceedingly good advice, even in the most difficult cases. Humans bond through sharing experiences, which our class has plenty of, but our bonds become unbreakable when we share pain and great struggle together. For that reason, do not let anyone dub us as a class of COVID-19 when we are the strong and unbreakable class of 2020, forever bound together, undoubtedly special, and with 2020 vision in mind, we will make the world a better place."
I want to thank each of you for your speeches. The fond memories you shared and the personal charge to your peers were inspiring. Next, I'd like to give the class of 2020 an opportunity to share a special moment with Winnetonka students and alum. It has been a tradition for every graduating class of Winnetonka High School to show their appreciation for the school and community by leaving a gift for their cohort class. At this time, I'd like to invite Riley Meisner, Senior Class Treasurer, and Kaylee Kumpf, Senior Class Secretary, to the podium to present the class gift.
Good evening. My name is Kaylee Kumpf, and I'm your Senior Class Secretary.
And I'm Riley Meisner, your Senior Class Treasurer.
Our job as Senior Class Officers is to create a gift for Winnetonka.
We wanted this gift to be something memorable and useful.
When the senior officers and I met with Dr. Johnson, he wanted to be sure that this gift would mean more than just a shiny gimmick.
That's why with our senior gift, we wanted to do something that not only comes from our class, but can be used for the benefit of everyone.
We wanted this gift to be something that everyone could participate in.
With that being said, the senior class gift of 2020 is a remodel of Winnetonka's very own thrift store.
The images you have just seen represent what the remodel will look like, sketched by senior Brian Rocha.
The room will get updated paint, new clothes racks, and shelves to make better use of the space.
To go along with its updated look, the senior class officers will host a clothes collection to add to and replace some of the current clothes.
The renovation is important because we wanted the space to be more comfortable and welcoming to everyone.
We want this to be a place you can go and feel confident as well as explore new styles. So Winnetonka, this is our gift to you.
Riley and Kaylee, on behalf of Winnetonka High School, I'm happy to accept this gift from your class. The level of intention and heartfelt thought placed into choosing this gift is greatly appreciated. When we spoke about your senior class gift, you all mentioned the word that comes to mind when we think of your class is unity. As we look beyond the surface to better understand the power of your gift, it's easy to see your class's value for unity. Choosing to leave this particular gift helps bridge existing divides between economic classes and gender binaries that are seemingly woven into the fabric of our society. This gift reveals the heart of this senior class. Not only will individual students and families reap the benefits of this gift, Current and future Griffins will continue to be inspired by your class's thoughtfulness and will learn from your generation's focus on equity. Thank you, class of 2020. Next, we will have a special musical selection from our Cardinal and Gold singers. Our special selection is called Fight Song, composed by Kim Andre Arsenin. Under the direction of Jason Elam, the CNG singer sang this song at state contest March 12, 2020, earning a 1 superior rating. A slideshow of senior moments will accompany the special selection. Our next student speaker will be James Long. James will be followed by Rueda Hassan. Please join me in welcoming James Long to the podium.
Good evening, class of 2020. As many great speeches often do, I would like to start off with a quote. Life isn't about waiting for the storm to pass, it's about learning to dance in the rain. While that may sound like something you would find on a wooden sign in your grandmother's house, it does not make it any less true. As a class, we have been together through some hard times. Each and every one of us has had to find our way through this unexpected time. It goes without saying that none of us thought this was how our senior year would be ending. The last day in school, happening on March 13th, sounds great on paper, but given the circumstances, I think we would all still rather be in school. However, there is no point in being upset in things that are beyond our control. This is still a celebration of all that we have accomplished. We have made it through this first part of life and are continuing to march head-on through this time. The class of 2020 is one of the most prepared classes of all time, and we owe thanks to those who have gotten us here. To the teachers like Mr. Johnston, whose passion shows in every bit of his work. Mr. Chamberlain, who might be one of the coolest teachers you will ever meet. Both Dr. Callaways, who push us to go the extra mile. Mrs. Camarda, who can always make you smile by calling you her chicken wing. Denny, for always being a kind face in the hallways. Mrs. Marcantonio, for putting up with all of us crazy honors diploma kids. Mr. Elam and Dr. Kaufman, for giving so many students a home and also providing us with amazing shows year after year. Coach Palmer, who pushes everyone to be the best they can be, all while making everyone feel like they belong. And so many other teachers that I want to be able to individually thank but cannot cram into such a short amount of time. If it had not been for these teachers, Winnetonka would not be the second home for so many students because regardless of whatever a student is going through, the teachers will always have your back. This senior year has provided us with some incredibly memorable experiences. We got to have the best football season we have ever had in the past 4 years. We had an amazing homecoming. We became more involved in our community. We celebrated our school's 50th anniversary. We even had a principal named the Missouri High School Principal of the Year. This has definitely been an amazing year for Winnetonka High School. Looking back on our high school years, it will be important to remember all of the amazing and incredible things that have happened to us, and not dwell on what has only taken up a small part of our 4 years. I can honestly believe that each one of us will go far in life based off of how much we have been through. This is by far the most driven and determined class that Winnetonka has ever seen. I want each of you to be able to look back with pride when you think of your days at Winnetonka and know of the home you will always have in the halls of Tonka. Class of 2020, never forget who you are. The next time you find yourself in a storm, just know of all you have overcome already. Make the best of every moment and remember, life is not about waiting for the storm to pass, it's about learning to dance in the rain.
What's up, guys? Well, class of 2020, we made it. We started from the bottom and now we're here. We've survived so much. Our class was born during 9/11. We lived through Hurricane Katrina and several other destructive natural disasters, saw the first woman Speaker of the House, survived the swine flu outbreak, struggled through each school shooting across the nation, the introduction of the iPhone. We watched the first African-American person become president of the United States of America. Oh, and we're currently living through a pandemic. No biggie. It's weird because I, like all of you, have been dreaming of the day that I'd walk across the stage, and I never thought that one perfect day would be so imperfect. I watched my brother graduate. My siblings were there, my mom was there, everyone was congratulating him on his success. His night was perfect. Well, ours is far from it, but thank you, Dr. Johnson and Winnetonka staff, for all that you have done to try and make the night we've been dreaming of since we were children as perfect as it could be during this time. Besides, virtual graduation doesn't totally suck, right? 4 years ago, we started a new journey. At first, I thought high school was going to be similar to Mean Girls. You know, the one mean girl and her 2 minions who have a slightly less IQ than her, if that's even possible. But it was quite the opposite. High school was challenging and fun, although at times it did make me question my very existence on this earth. Nonetheless, it was a pretty cool experience. For those of you who don't know me personally, I'm what a licensed professional may refer to as crazy. See, I have this dream that may be a bit too big for some random girl from Missouri, but I'm ready to fulfill it. Besides saving the lives of little kids with neurological issues, I want to change the world. I know, everyone says they want to change the world, but I'm being serious. Here's the thing, I love people. There are so many people in this world, each with different stories and life experiences. I think the reason why there's so much hate in this world is because people aren't willing to listen to each other. Everyone's so focused on race and religion and sexuality and what they do or don't agree with that we all forget. At the end of the day, we're all human. We all bleed the same blood, feel the same emotions, unless you're a psychopath, and breathe the same oxygen. We need to learn to listen to people, even if their ideas are different than ours. Treat people like people. Here, let me give you guys an example. So, I'm Muslim. I know, right? Shocker. I didn't realize it until I looked in the mirror and was wearing a cloth on my head. But just because I practice one religion doesn't mean I need to hate on people from other religions. I respect them, all of them. See, it's not that hard. Changing the world starts with us, guys. We are the future of this country, of this world. A mentor of mine, Dr. Jen Lacey, told me something that she had heard from her cousin, who told her mom, who told her sister, who's actually Dr. Lacey's mother. If the collective of our youth understood their power, they could change laws overnight. Hold on, let me say it again. If the collective of our youth, meaning us, understood their power, they could change laws overnight. Powerful, right? We have the power in us, the power to change the world. We just have to realize it. In order for us to make our dreams come true, we have to do what we're passionate about and be the best at it. Class, I urge you to strive to be the best possible version of yourself. Millionaire, artist, plant enthusiast, and entrepreneur Snoop Dogg once said, "If it's flipping burgers at McDonald's, be the best burger flipper in the world. Whatever it is you do, you have to master your craft." Success comes from drive, from passion. You have to be willing to work for it. In order for true change to happen, we must seek out diversity, celebrate it, explore it, and then and only then can we integrate it into our lives and into society. Finally, my last bit of advice that I may or may not have stolen from Grey's Anatomy: do not settle to be ordinary when you can strive to be extraordinary. Congratulations, class of 2020, and remember, our time is now.
I am reminded through those student speeches the privilege we have to call Winnetonka home. It is a unique and welcoming place to all who have walked the halls over the past 50 years. Throughout our school's history, the alma mater has served as a unifying narrative that forever links all members of the Winnetonka family. The words serve as a reminder of our identity, our responsibility, and as a catalyst for fond memories. Before I begin to recognize the class and present the graduates, our senior ensemble will lead us in the alma mater one last time. Our vocalists will be seniors Kara Richardson, Mayan Roston, Adela Haynes, Tyler Freeman, Deshaun Harrison, RJ Hill, and James Long.
All praise and glory to thy name, our alma mater bold. May we as griffins marching on defend our red and gold. The truth and honor for which we stand shall be our present guide. In word, in deed, in song, proclaim our northern pride. All hail and praise forever, our Winnetonka High.
Tonight, our school will recognize 325 students as we graduate them into the high ranks of other Griffin alumni. Of those 325 students, 23 will earn the Gold Medallion Diploma, 4 will receive the Seal of Biliteracy, and 112 will receive the A+ scholarship. 36 graduates have grade point averages above 4.0, giving them the honor of being recognized as Missouri George Washington Carver Award recipients and placing them in the top 10% of the class. Additionally, the top 15% of the class includes approximately 50 students with grade point averages of 4.0 or higher. This graduating class of Griffins were not only scholars, they are also community servants. The class of 2020 logged over 10,000 hours of community service during their time as Tonka students. A total of 71 graduates participated in the Avid College Readiness Elective, and those 71 students have combined grade point averages of 3.3, and 100% of these Avid scholars have been accepted into colleges and universities of their choice. 14 graduates are KC scholars and have received $50,000 scholarships to attend various flagship universities in Missouri and Kansas. Winnetonka's 2020 graduates have earned over $5 million in scholarship funds to attend post-secondary institutions across the country. Additionally, 6 students in this graduating class have accepted the call to serve by enlisting in the U.S. military. Each branch will have proud Griffins serving our country. Congratulations to this amazing graduating class. It is now my privilege to recognize our 23 Gold Medallion Diploma recipients. The Gold Medallion Honors Diploma is the highest diploma distinction a Winnetonka student can receive. To complete this program of study, candidates must meet criteria including a rigorous curriculum of advanced courses, 100 hours of community service, a 40-hour internship, the presentation of a portfolio of best work and research exhibition. During research exhibition class, candidates develop a research and essential question. Photos of our Gold Medallion Diploma recipients will be shown as I read their name and essential question. The 2020 Winnetonka Gold Medallion candidates and their essential questions are as follows. Ramla Ahmed. What impact does child marriages have on a child physically, and what are the long-term effects of this abuse? Madison Kuntz. What is the correlation between deforestation and development in Africa? Aisha Farah. How has the use of school technology benefited the students using them? Maya Smith. Are minority police officers adding necessary hostility during situations that may lead to police brutality cases involving other minority individuals? In addition to receiving the Gold Medallion Honors Diploma, Winnetonka students have the opportunity to receive the AP Capstone Diploma. 2020 is the first year NKC schools offered this diploma. It is recognized as one of the most rigorous course pathways nationally and internationally. Students completed and received qualifying scores in 5 AP courses and completed additional research for AP Seminar and Capstone. The following graduates are dual recipients of the Gold Medallion Honors Diploma and AP Capstone Diploma. I will also read their essential questions. Josh Bellino. How does the lack of basic understanding of nanotechnology affect an individual's viewpoint on the potential of nanomedicine? Cora Barnhart. How do different pet adoption policies and methods impact potential adopters' view of animal shelters around Kansas City Metro? Erica Burnett. Is the trauma-informed training teachers receive having an impact on the classroom and school environment at Winnetonka High School and Northgate Middle School? Kelsey Cowden. What is the reputation of male and female musicians throughout youth-level orchestras in Kansas City area, and how has their perspectives influenced their instrument choice? Malaf Defala. In what ways do demographics such as income, race, ethnicity, gender, and income have an impact on how much a person trusts their physicians? Michael Dew. How does the culture of text messaging affect the communication skills amongst young adults? Rayanne Aquila. How do the demographics of parents within the greater Kansas City area affect their knowledge of antibiotic usage? Denise Fambuela. How does the acting white stereotype on African American females impact their educational experiences as they work toward their undergraduate degree? Elijah Gilmore. What are the potential implications of parental behavior at youth sporting events in a competitive suburban environment? Ruwaida Hassan. What is causing a lack of participation from immigrant Muslim and non-Muslim communities in clinical trials in the Kansas City metropolitan area? Isaac Hernandez. What negative ideologies exist around the use and research of embryonic stem cells in the Kansas City, Missouri area, and how can they be overcome? Zara Jelani. What is the potential academic impact on a student from a language background other than English who is automatically placed in ELL instead of being tested for special education services? Alexandria Kendrick. Does ethical branding affect consumer purchasing behavior in the Kansas City metropolitan area? And what is greenwashing's impact during transitions to sustainability? Rusty Lassiter. How does television affect anxiety? James Long. How are movie theaters faring against the ever-growing streaming service companies, and what are theaters doing to accommodate for newer generations of viewers? Shannon Miller. As part of an outlier city in the conservative Midwest, how do individuals living in greater Kansas City metropolitan area respond to the notion of colonizing space, and how do personal demographics impact their response? Logan Murray. When considering public support for space exploration, in what ways does demographic information impact individual opinions in the greater Kansas City metropolitan area? Tyler Wynn. How are individuals representing various levels of education aware of superbugs and the dangers that come with them? Marcelo Severin. How does personal demographics, party affiliations, and media consumption impact control Kansas City voters' perceptions of third-party candidates? These are our 23 Gold Medallion Diploma recipients. Thank you. I am honored to present the class of 2020. We have had a successful year due to the outstanding talents of these students. Many hours of hard work, determination, and perseverance have made these accomplishments possible. These scholars have truly added to the rich traditions of Winnetonka High School. Our students' accomplishments would not have been possible without the support of their loved ones. Parents and guardians of these graduates should be proud. Thank you for being supportive and caring advocates for your children over the past 13 years. We, as faculty and staff, thank you for entrusting your students to us every day. We know they're your most prized possessions, so thank you for partnering with us throughout their educational journey. We compliment you on raising this outstanding group of seniors. Graduates, if you're sitting on your couch, standing around your kitchen, watching this ceremony or your porch or front yard, no matter where you are, turn to or thank the people who have supported you and thank them. Thank them for their sacrifices. Thank them for their love. And thank them for their celebration of you. I would also like to recognize another significant group, the amazing faculty and staff of Winnetonka High School. I'd like to personally say thank you for your guidance, dedication, high expectations, patience, and faith in this senior class. You have been an amazing faculty to work alongside, and it's because of the time you've dedicated to these seniors that they'll walk out of Winnetonka High School academically prepared, socially aware, and equipped with the critical thinking skills they need to meet any task. Thank you. I want to give a special thank you to Ms. Alicia Hollis, counselor for the class of 2020. Thank you for supporting this group and guiding them to this very important day. And now to my senior class. As I began to write my address to you, all I kept thinking was, don't mess this one up. This moment's big, important. Don't mess it up. I tried to come up with fancy anecdotes and mind-blowing metaphors that would be engaging and memorable. Somehow that led me to start writing about how this class can be likened to almost every song on Lizzo's album, 'Cause I Love You. However, it was a stretch, and although it was kind of a cool concept, the idea didn't seem genuine. Then I wanted to highlight all the big moments that occurred during your 4 years attending Winnetonka. Then the guilt set in. I felt guilty because to the class of 2020, we know some of those traditionally defined big moments that seniors experience are now forever elusive because you didn't have the chance to experience them. Then I had a really terrible idea and decided I would write about how those moments don't define you at all. And although it's true, others have had the chance to experience them firsthand to realize that they really aren't the truly defining moments of your life or even of your high school years. And although it started off as a terrible idea, that idea led me to what I really want to use as a topic as I give my final address to you as an entire class. Small moments. The last 4 years of your high school experience has been made up of hundreds of small moments that have shaped you, guided you, scared some sense into you, empowered you, and aided in your personal development. Small moments. I feel privileged that I've had the chance to share some of these small moments with this class. Moments like the time I walked down the B hallway my first year at Winnetonka and saw a rambunctious and spirited Nicole Bowden. And I said, "Nicole Bowden, the world's got big plans for you." And she looked back at me and said, "And Dr. Johnson, I got big plans for myself too." Nobody knew at that time that she was the same young lady who would serve 12-hour shifts on the front lines in the midst of a medical pandemic the second semester of her senior year. Small moments. The summer of 2019, I saw a photo of a big yellow bus pull off with over 30 or so football players heading for a senior trip. Crazy, climbing over one another and flexing for the camera. In that photo, I saw the passion and youthful innocence that existed in those young men. I saw their leadership. And what they experienced on that trip led to unbreakable bonds of brotherhood that can never be replaced. Small moments. This class was filled with tons of these experiences. Micaiah Embry becoming emotional on the avid student panel thinking about what the college readiness system has done for her and what it's taught her and how it's prepared her for life after high school. Our senior thespians singing Salt of the Earth in the main Commons atrium, reminding us of their talent, but also the power within us. These are the small moments that have defined you and have further defined our school identity. Small moments. Small moments of passion and emotion that led to drive and determination. Small moments of friendship that at times when it was needed most. Inside jokes that brought about laughter. Small compliments that brought about confidence. Small moments of overcoming fear to catapult us to success, and small moments where we made mistakes that transitioned us into transformation. Small moments. Every day for the past 4 years, the 325 of you have served as student authors, placing pen to paper by way of life experience, silently and methodically writing your chapter of our school's autobiography. With every obstacle sidestepped and every hardship squarely faced, with every I can't turned into all try and every mistake transformed into victory. Every doubt converted to confidence, every dark tunnel that transitioned to a pathway toward light and direction. You have written our story. And now it's time to continue writing yours and to continue making cameos in other fellow graduate stories as well. Small moments. I want this class to remember small moments because those are the moments that change the world. This isn't the part of my speech where I give you an onslaught of cliches. It's the part I want you to remember if you haven't listened to anything else during this entire ceremony. Changing the world doesn't have to be dramatic, a heroic feat with an inspirational soundtrack playing in the background. Changing the world takes one faithful step at a time. Patience and at times long suffering. Investment in others. Perseverance. Transcending status quo thinking. It's being an advocate, not letting doubt or doubters, both internal and external, keep you from moving forward. Changing the world is about opening up doors that seem to be shut for some. It's finding yourself while you help others find themselves. Encouraging yourself and others to choose positivity and see the good in humanity. Changing the world is meeting someone where they are and taking them to new heights, providing opportunities, giving affirming statements and positive affirmations to those who need them most, then taking a step back and do the same for yourself. Changing the world is using your talent to help others realize their worth and having the self-awareness to realize your own worth as well. Do you believe you can change the world? We have the opportunity to do so every single day. We just have to realize it takes the small moments to make a big impact. Class of 2020, I'm so very proud of you, and it's an honor to have served as your principal. Congratulations. And now it's my honor to present the Winnetonka High School class of 2020 to our superintendent, Dr. Dan Clemens, and our school board president, Mrs. Jan Kauk. Dr. Clemens, the members of this senior class have met the requirements of the North Kansas City School District and the state of Missouri. It is truly an honor to present Winnetonka High School's graduating class of 2020. On behalf of the faculty and staff of Winnetonka High School, we congratulate these seniors for their accomplishment.
On behalf of the district administration, I accept the graduating class of 2020 and certify that they have met their graduation requirements for the North Kansas City schools. I extend my best wishes to each of you in your future endeavors, and I am honored to present the Winnetonka High School class of 2020 to our Board of Education President, Mrs. Jan Kauk.
On behalf of the Board of Education, I authorize the awarding of these diplomas. We congratulate each and every one of you and your families and the faculty and staff of Winnetonka High School. I extend my very best wishes to you for your success in the future.
Tonight, we recognize each senior in this amazing class. Graduates' names will be read by Mr. Dale Brown and Mr. Dave Flynn. As names are read, the photos of each graduate will also appear on the screen. Please celebrate your graduate with as much love, laughter, screaming, and crying as you'd like. This is your moment. Congratulations.
Mustafa Nweldin Abdul Mahmoud.
Zachariah Mohammed Abdu Qadir.
Maxwell Ryan Ackerman.
Giorgio Ramiro Axonville.
Ezra Israel Adams.
Ramallah Saeed Ahmed.
Zina Alexandra Al-Hisnawi.
Julian Alejandro M. Paran.
Colby Ray Anderson.
Destiny Taishay Anderson.
Justin Thomas Anderson.
Jordan A. Aquino.
Rosa G. Badu.
Jason Robert Bagby.
Lauren Victoria Baker.
Ross Wayne
Baker. Gavin Matthew Baldwin.
Joshua Jacinto Balino.
Tommy Wynn Barker.
Cora Barnhart.
Vivian Diane Barrios.
Sydney Grace Boffman.
Stephen Allen Beck III.
Michael Edward Beckwith.
Lakeisha Marie Vito.
Amir Alexandria Bin Salim.
Madison Riley Bogart.
Nicholas J. Bolton.
Nicole Janae Bolton.
Bailey Nicole Bowser.
Clarissa Ashley Boydston.
Michael Alexander Bratton.
Alexa Beth Buckman.
Erica Laureen Burnett.
Mason Alexander Bird.
Destiny Calderon.
Gabriel Alexander Calderon.
Jose Angel Calderon.
Ethan Miller Carlisle.
Kylie Joe Carulo.
Arturo Castillo III.
Tanner Lee Chadwick.
Drake Allen Cheney.
Jonathan Chavarine.
Catherine Elizabeth Chumley.
Jacqueline Sindrich.
Zoe B. Clark.
Bailey Lynn Kohala.
Grace Ann Kohala.
Xavion Devon Contreras.
Madison Renee Kuntz.
Simone Michelle Cooper.
Nicholas Storm Corbett.
Serena Joe Costanzo.
Kelsey Marie Rose Cowden.
Taryn Renee Craig.
Adrian Joshua Craig Miles.
Jada Dawn Crawford.
Kimberly Nicole Crawley.
Dakota William Crispin.
James Lee Crockett.
Cosmo Jace Crum.
Patricia Nifong Cruz.
Malath Barai Dafala.
Brendan Eugene Dark.
Dieza Ann Devers.
Erica Gabrielle de Guzman.
Caden Ann Delk.
Isaiah Sullivan Dial.
Delaney Lynn Devine.
Kayleen R. Dollar.
Marissa Nadine Draskovich.
Evan Matthew Drum.
Michael Lewis Dew.
Nathaniel Joshua Tyler Dugent.
Emmeline Taylor Duncan.
Garrett James Dysart.
Ja'Cory Edmondson.
Rayanne Morad Aquila.
Micaiah Sue Embry.
Santos Nathaniel Espinoza.
Denise H. Fambula.
Tremaine Juarez Fanning.
Aisha Mohammed Farah.
Mason Alexander Farrell.
Lachlan Lawrence Paul Ferris.
Samira Kendria Fletcher.
Cole Alexander Ford.
Malik Ford.
Carson Dean Foster.
Ethan J. Foster.
Eric A. Frazier.
Jason Tyler Freeman.
JC Tufton Gallion.
Colin Ray Galloway.
Azaliana Alexis Gandera.
Javier Santiago Garcia.
Jason Garcia Marta.
Colton Shane Gears. Elijah Gilmore.
Sage Alexander Getz.
Aletha Lay Good.
Arthur J. Goss.
Paige Peyton Gray.
Evelyn Guerrero.
Fenwell Sine Haptamichael.
Adelia Catherine Haynes.
Shelby Lynn Hakes.
Hannah Waleed Hale.
Jacob Mark Huffman.
Myona K. Harkins.
Darius Anthony Harris.
Deshaun Fabian Harrison.
Roweda A. Hassan.
Herbert Thomas Hawkins.
Cassie Brianne Henderson.
Isaac Benjamin Hernandez.
Marissa Cheyenne Hill.
Roger William Hill Jr.
Alexander Joseph Holder.
Jordan Michael Holland.
Maximus DeMarco Hook.
Elizabeth June Hopkins.
Javen Vaughn Horton.
Sarah Marie Hawksworth.
Shyla Nicole Hoyt.
Michaela Aaron Hughes.
Sanella Husick.
Jonathan Mark Jackson.
Axels Wayne Simas.
Zahara Mohammed Julani.
Emmy and Jet.
Kiara Tumina Yohakim.
Eli T. Johnson.
Haley Marie Johnson. Andrew Jones.
Cassidy Jones. Sarah Ann Kaser.
Alexandria Lucille Kendrick.
Evan Kudane.
Shelby Lynn Kiefer.
Sarina Renee King.
Tyler Brandon King.
Kaylee Ann Kump.
Adelissa C. Lamas.
Rusty Dean Lassiter.
Lucas Lee.
Brandel Emilio Leon.
Raymond Vincent Leone.
Ryan Light.
James Edward Long.
Noe Nathaniel Lopez.
Rebecca Talia Lopez Vasquez.
Ivana Poliz Lucawilla.
Jolie Rain Lugin.
Braden Noel Lynch.
Jack R. Majors.
Mushela Vinay Muhiran.
Atir James Major.
Vincent Xavier Maldonado.
Aaron Bradley Marks.
Destiny Prue Martin.
Ty Cody Victor Bathis.
Tavion Namaya Matheson.
Cheyenne M. Maxwell.
Tyler James McCain.
Anthony Davis McClure.
Joshua R. McDonald.
Camden Raider McKillop.
Haley Jessica McReynolds.
Jolie Lynn Meyer.
Briona Marie Milam.
Sean Milford.
Shannon Michael Miller.
Nicholas Milroy.
Dominic Caesar Mina.
Anthony Michael Mittler.
Riley J. Meisner.
Madison Lee Monholland.
Kaylee Brianna Morrison.
Kirsten Bailey Morris.
Jackson Colin Moss.
Michaela Marie Mulder.
Aaliyah Muhammad.
Kelsey Lynn Murphy.
Logan Cale Murray.
Kylie Sierra Musselman.
Chloe Denise Nelson.
Heron Dwayne Nero.
Anna Marie Delaney Nevervee.
Johnny Trong Nguyen.
Tyler Hu Nguyen.
Chase Dalton Nobles.
Sierra Lynn Norman.
Mackenzie Alexia Norris.
Intazar Mohammed Noreen.
Destiny Helen Oslan.
Shakira Odongo.
Joyce Fani Onama.
Carl Jackson O'Rear.
Donovan Jarrett Ortiz.
Christian Kane Parks.
Elias Xavier Perez.
Rachel Mary Ann Perkins.
Tuan Duck Pham.
Caleb Donnell Phillips.
Cameron Linnell Phillips.
Jacinda Perez.
Jaylee Hunter Patel.
Mason Porter.
Juan Martin Pouncil.
Angelo Juan Puente.
Daniel Roy Roger Pugh.
Yasmin Sierra Ratanabong.
Kyra Danielle Reese.
Haley Grace Reed.
Alexis Remigio.
Madison Lynn Renfro.
Layla Nicole Resch.
Imari Mine Rhodes Hayward.
Kara Lynn Richardson.
Miles Devin Richwine.
Jordan Taylor Riddle.
Matthew Reisinger.
Grace Lynette Ritter.
Dylan Reiser.
Alexa Kaylin Robbins.
Emily Corrine Roberts.
Nicole Danielle Roberts.
Brandon Alejandro Rocha.
Brian Alejandro Rocha.
Joseph Alano Rocha.
Gabriel Alexander Rodriguez.
Heaven Rodriguez.
Leon A. Roston.
Larissa Mariah Signs.
Maximos Gregory Salazar.
Andres Alejandro Sandoval.
Joyanne Gervmina Santier.
Braden Scott Sanu.
Nia Elizabeth Skaggs.
Allison Nicole Schoonbeck.
Hayden Christopher Servin.
Nicholas Tanner Chevanor.
Hayden Andrew Shea.
Marcelo Antonio Sebrin.
Jaden K. Sisk.
Caleb Aaron Troy Smith.
Kara Ann Smith.
Daniel Lawrence Robert Smith.
Maya Simone Smith.
Levi Paul Spielman.
Alyssa Janelle Hope Starnes.
Sherry Leanne Stenstry.
Eden Margaret Stone.
Candace Angel Straw.
James Matthew Sulzer.
Trevor Allen Sutton.
Blake Charles Taylor.
Anthony Patrick Tinoco.
Akon Tong Tong.
Jordan Nicole Townsend.
Savannah Noel Trejo.
Anthony Quaid Triplet.
Andrew David Velasco.
Luis Rodrigo Vasquez.
Jordan Ann Viles.
Ariana Gabrielle Villegas.
Chandler Blaine Vogel.
Ryan Michael Walters.
Robert Edward Watson.
Madeline Alicia West.
Michael Anthony Wiles.
Cora Leanne Wilhelm.
Christiana Marie Willett.
Michaela Renee Williams. Racine Williams III.
Vincent Trey Williams. Andrew Christopher Willis.
James Owen Willis.
Erica Renee Wilson.
Ashton Joseph Withington.
Emmanuel Duku Yakata.
Cameron Lynn Young.
Nicholas Adam Younger.
Winnetonka High School class of 2020. Please turn your tassels from the right side of your cap to the left side of your cap. I now pronounce you graduates of Winnetonka High School. Go forth and do well. Congratulations.
Hats off!
Hats off! Hats off!